Hello everyone. So, where to start? Like I said, this is just my point of view as I have opportunity to see it, and this is my interpretation on my journey. This is not a challenge to be right or not. This is just sharing the information from the point where I am now. And I am very much aware that there are many things which I don't consider because I cannot see them. And there is also no need for me inside to see them for my journey now. So it is not a challenge to push my through to somebody else, because we are almost 8 billion people of the planet, and everyone will have his own perspective how to see it. Many perspectives can be similar, and many will be definitely opposite or different, just different. But we are here to share our journeys and to support each other on their journeys. So the basic where I will be starting now is how I see the journey, what we are living here now. So, according to my journey, informations, resonance, what I had, is my interpretation that we have our inner part and our physical part. So let's say spiritual part and physical part. According to these, I believe that the soul we get for this life has one journey before it was born, now in our bodies, and maybe it has some journey also after our death. I have no idea how long was the journey before this life and how long it will be after this life. But I believe that the soul was traveling and living and collecting experiences already before, and my life now is just the part I don't know how big, but just a part of the journey. So the basic for me is I don't know what my soul was living before. What was the behavior? What was the patterns? What was the experiences? But according to this past of the soul, I believe that there is, okay, let's call it a list of experiences which the soul would like to live for my life now, to grow and to develop this soul for the higher vibrations. And for this life, according to the past, we choose our parents, because these parents, according to their past, they give them best to introduce ourselves into this life, so we get patterns from them which are supporting us in this development. Of course, there are patterns which are supporting more, and there are patterns which are a little bit slowing us down, but this is also opportunity to learn how to let go and release something what we don't need. So this is this big picture where the soul is traveling, growing, developing, and this life, it's just a small piece of this journey. Then, of course, the journey starts with the birth, with when we are born, with the birth, I guess, with when we are born. Like I mentioned, we choose our parents, we choose our brothers, sisters, and we get the best opportunity for development of ourselves. And of course, there is society patterns, there is our emotional patterns, there are patterns when we was hurt, there are patterns how we interpret what's happiness, what is love, and many others. And these patterns, what we are absorbing in the first, I guess, 6-7 years of our life, these are like basic stones for our next life? It depends, of course, on our awareness to realize which patterns are useful, still useful, which patterns need some adjustments, and which patterns are to release because we are not using them anymore or they are slowing us down on our journey. Because according to these patterns and how much energy they have, how active they are in our life, we are also attracting the people or the situation to us. That we can observe, that we can grow, that we can maybe just let go, and many other options would we have how to live the situation where we are. And to this whole long journey and the short journey, I would also connect a word karma. According to information, what I was experiencing and also reading about it, there is a karma for this life. So from the long journey, what the soul was living before this life, we are carrying, or our soul is carrying the karma, some level of the vibration, and this is projected into this life, and we have the possibility to be aware what kind of vibrations are there, what kind of situations, what kind of people are there, and then we can freely choose what we will do with it and how we will react. And of course there is let's call it short-term karma, what is happening in this life. So according to our past, our experiences, decisions, vibrations, we are creating the karma which is also part of this journey. What are we living? So this will be some basic for me how I understand this journey. Which are we part of it? We are fully involved, and I'm definitely aware. Yeah, there are definitely maybe some therapies, hypnosis, or whatever else, which you can explore what was happening before your life, what you did, and what is the result. And I was never having feeling to explore these, because I believe the life is not about knowing everything. Life is about living what is here and awarely working on the development. So for me, it was not important to make a research what my soul did in the past. I just accept it as it is. This is the gift, what I get, this life. And I can choose freely if I will be aware or unaware to myself, to my journey. And I can choose if I will be seen that way, or both ways together. And the beauty is that we don't know what was our past, and we don't know where we are heading. We don't know why we met this situation, why we are in this situation, why we met this person, why, what we can learn, what we can explore. And this is, for me, the life is not challenge to be better than other, because there is no comparison. We are individualities, every single one of us. So there is no objective comparison between two people. But I believe we are here to share our individualities, to grow and support other. Not because we have to, but because we can. Okay, so I believe this will be enough for this video, and let's see what happens by the next one. So, see you soon.